Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. Alright, let's craft together. Hey guys, today we are going to be using a pre-made image or template, and we're going to be placing that design onto a navy blue t-shirt, and we're going to be using a graduation image. All right, so what you see before you is Creative Fabrica, and Creative Fabrica is what I call a one-stop shop. All right, inside of Creative Fabrica, if you have a monthly or a yearly subscription or membership, then you have access to all of the fonts and the graphics. You also have access to Creative Fabrica Studio, and you also have access to all different types of crafting projects that you can actually um, already have the format out there for you. You just follow along to create whatever that project is. All right. So this is why I call Creative Fabrica my one-stop shop. Now I have a yearly membership so that I can pay for it that one time and be done with it for the year. And if it's something that you're interested in, I will link my affiliate code in the description of this video tutorial to help you out. I highly recommend, if you don't have Creative Fabrica, to get it. Okay. So with me getting ready to do some graduation t-shirts, and I don't want to start from scratch. All right. So I'm just going to come here inside Creative Fabrica, and I'm going to go right into this search fonts, graphics, embroidery, crafts, and more field. Right. And I'm just going to type in graduation. You can see it's something I've already searched before. So I'm just going to click on it, and it's going to bring up all of the graduation or anything associated with graduation, and it tells you right here how many results were found. Okay. And then you can just go through and use whatever you want to. Now, if you have a membership, anything you use in here is pretty much going to be free for you, and you can also use it for commercial purposes. All right. So that's one of the great things about using Creative Fabrica. I don't want to start from scratch, so I'm coming straight to Creative Fabrica and see what I find out here. Let's say Mother's Day is getting ready to come up, right? So we can type in Mother's Day, and I just hit enter. And you can see how many images are associated with Mother's Day out here, or moms. All right, already made. Got templates for tumblers, you got templates for mugs, you got templates for t-shirts. Everything is inside Creative Fabrica, guys. All right, everything. And if you want to get a head start on Christmas, you can even put in Christmas and just enter, and look at your results, guys. All right. So this is the one-stop shop. Not only is it good for, like I said, your graphics, but you also have fonts out here. So whatever type of font you're looking for, is it a popular style, holiday and events, text tools? Do you want script font, display font, sans serif fonts, whatever type of font you're looking for, you just come out here and you're gonna find pretty much whatever you need, guys. I'm telling you, this is the place to be. Creative Fabrica. All right, enough about that. So now we're going to go and we're going to grab our design, and I've already put it in my downloads. So I'm going to go right to my downloads, and I'm going to be doing this senior 2025 graduation design. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit download. I may have downloaded, I don't remember, but you'll just hit download. And then it's going to be in your downloads, guys. So let's go to our downloads. And there it is. So we're going to go ahead and right click on it and say extract all. We're going to extract it right into this folder. And here it is. So when you see it like this is a zipped file. So you have to extract it before you can use it. Once you extract it, it's just going to look like a regular file folder, and you double click it and you'll be able to see your design. All right. So this is the design we're going to be putting on our t-shirt. And since we already have it downloaded, all we need to do, I'm going to be doing the DTF process with this. All I need to do is take this image right into CAD Link. I don't need to go anywhere else once I've downloaded this image. All right. The background has already been removed. We're good to go. So now I'm going to bring up my CAD Link. And I'm going to be using 11 by 19 size, 11 by 19, 11 by 17 size DTF film by Well Acer. And so all I'm going to do is go ahead and click on this little green and white plus sign here in the top left. And I'm going to grab that design. And once the status says pending, I'll be able to select my image. All right. And there it is. Okay. So we're going to, there's not a whole lot of white space in here, so I'm not going to do any type of cropping or anything like that. And it came in at a size of 11 by 13.20 or 2. So what I'm going to do is, since my film is 11 by 17, I want to leave at least a half an inch. So here I'm going to go and click on the lock, and it's kind of like um, Silhouette Studio or either Cricut Design Space where you have the proportions. So I'm going to unlock the proportions, and I'm going to change this to 10.5. And then I'm going to lock that back. All right. And then I'm going to right click on this. Hold on, y'all. It's acting wonky. And then I'm going to right click on this and come down to supersize image. And sometimes it'll tell you that your um, resolution is not the greatest, right? It's really low and it'll create poor output. But the resolution here is 400. If it's anything over 300, it's not going to let you change it. So I can type in 300, but notice that the OK is still grayed out. So it's not going to let me change it. So we're going to have to rock with it. Okay. But if that number was less than 300, then you would be able to increase that number to 300 and then hit OK. All right. So now that we have that, guys, all we need to do is just go ahead and I come down a little bit. I'm going to center it at least. Let's go to center on page. And that way it'll give me a little breathing room right here when I'm handling the film for my fingers. Some people put theirs all the way at the top, but I'm not going to do that. And so now we're going to go ahead and click on the print icon here at the top. And I'm going to get my film loaded and we're going to go ahead and get this baby printed out. Once we get it printed out, we're going to add DTF powder. Then we're going to cure it, and then we're going to press it onto our garment. Okay. So let's go over to my Epson EcoTank 8550. Hey guys, so I always put my DTF film in that very back tray back there. And then I open this up so you can see what's going on. So this is the Epson EcoTank 8550. It's going to lay down the color first, and then it's going to put the white on top. So that's what's really unique about having DTF. It's because you get that white ink that your normal inkjet printers don't have, which allows you to be able to print on any color garment and any type of fabric. So it doesn't have to be 100% polyester or poly cotton blend. You can do it on that fabric if you like, but you can also do 100% cotton and other types of fabric. All right, so again, you can see it's laying down the color first, and then it's putting the white on top. So we're going to let this finish printing out, and then we're going to apply the DTF powder. So I'll be back. All right, guys, our image has finished printing out,
This is the side with the wet ink, so you don't want to touch that. And then this is the side with our color on it. So we're going to take and put that inside of our tray, and we're going to go ahead and pour that DTF powder all over the image. And then we're just going to take, this is where I said I leave room for my hands. So I'm just going to take and go back and forth on the image with that powder. And then once you get it covered or coated nicely, I'm just going to shake off the excess. All right, and then we're going to take this over to my convection oven, and we're going to cure this at 350 for 20 seconds. So we're just going to go ahead and put this back on here, close this back up. And these trays, guys, I got at Walmart. These are cupcake carriers. So I bought these at Walmart, and they work perfectly for this purpose, to store your DTF powder. All right, so we're going to go to the convection oven now, and we're going to cure our design. All right, guys, we're going to take and put our image into the convection oven, and we're going to cure it for 20 seconds at 350 degrees. Alright, and just like that, we're done. And we're now going to take it over to the heat press. It's just going to look like wet powdered sugar now. So we're now going to take it over to the heat press, and we're going to press it onto our garment. Alright, now my camera cut off. But what I was saying is that we're going to press this at 325 for 15 seconds onto this navy blue t-shirt. So right now I have my heat press heating up, and then once it heats up, we're going to press one time with the carrier sheet on there, and then we'll remove the carrier sheet and we'll press again just to seal the deal. Okay, so again, one of the things I want to point out is that when you do a DTF transfer like this, you don't have to use it immediately. You can take this, and I can roll this up and save this, you know, for about 6 months or so until I'm ready to use it. All right, I think they last for about 6 months, guys. I could be wrong on that. It could be longer, but I know at least 6 months you would be able to have this in your possession without using it. So you do not have to use these immediately. All right. All right, guys, we're going to let my heat press heat up, and then I'll come back, and I guess I'll go ahead and do my pre-press now to get out any moisture for about 5 seconds. And then we'll come back and we'll go ahead and press the design onto this navy blue shirt. All right, so I will be back. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get ready to press. My heat press is at 325. We're going to press it for 15 seconds. And this is a V-neck t-shirt, so we're going to start right at the V for this. We're not going to come down 3 fingers or so. We're going to start right at the V. All right. And I'm hoping this is not going to look too bad. It's almost like... Anyway, we're going to go with it. All right. All right. 15 seconds. Alright, and this is going to be a hot peel, guys, so you don't have to wait till it get, oops, peeled it up right there, y'all. I have to repress that little part. All right. Let's repress that little part because the little part came up and it shouldn't have. I know sometimes with these thin letters it'll do that. All right. I'm going to give it a minute only because of the thin letters. And I don't want to mess this up because it is so pretty. I cannot wait to show y'all. I don't want to snatch it and then I'm done for. So I'm going to give it a second and then I'm going to come back. But normally this would be a hot peel, guys. But because we have these very thin letters, we're going to have to wait a second. Okay? So I'll be right back. All right, guys. We're going to see if it's ready. Want this to mess up, y'all. That little centerpiece right there is acting a butt hole. And I don't want to just snatch it up. So give it a second, y'all. It's too pretty to mess up. Y'all look at those colors. It's coming out really, really pretty. Y'all see those colors? So that's why I don't want to snatch it up. So, trying to let it cool as best I can. But sometimes thin letters, even though it's a hot peel, they act a fool. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if it's gonna snatch it up. Y'all, it's gonna mess up. I just got a feeling it's gonna mess up, y'all. Oh my God. Let me turn it a different way and press. Maybe the heat is not evenly distributed. So I'm going to turn it upside down and press it this way, y'all. I'm not messing up this shirt because it is so pretty. I'm not messing it up. Not messing it up, y'all. So we got to do a little doctoring. All right, I'm going to turn my heat press off. Oh, God. Y'all, it's going to mess up right there. I don't know what's going on with that little center right there. It does not want to stay down. Oh, that's ticking me off. Like, seriously. This top part up here is a fool. All right, y'all, hold on. All right, y'all, we're going to try it one more time. I cut off the part that was perfect. So we're going to see what happens. I'm trying to press and press and press to make sure it does not peel this center part up. There we go. Ugh. All right, y'all, keep praying for me. We made it. We made it, y'all. We made it. 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 I think the E kind of messed up right there, but that's better than it being missing. All right. Those colors are really popping. I really love it. I'm still gonna do one final press, guys, without the carrier sheet because I had so many issues. Oh, the E didn't mess up. That's exactly how it is on the other E's, so it's good. All right, let me turn my press back on. I'm gonna do a final press, and then I'm gonna show you how I wrap my shirts and package them. All right, for those of you that want to see that, it's a really quick process. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this Teflon sheet on top. We're gonna do one final press, and then we'll fold our shirt and package it so you can see what that looks like. Give my heat press a chance to get back where it needs to be, but at least you got a chance to see what happens if you get ready to pull that design up and part of it is coming up with the carrier sheet. You just got to let it cool down even though it's a hot peel, okay? And I normally get that sometimes, guys, with thin letters or thin lines. I might get that issue. So you got a chance to see how to fix that without, you know, just pulling it off and then your design is destroyed. Because we come too far. We come too far, y'all, for that to be messed up. All right, so I'm going to let my heat press heat up and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead and press. And then we're going to fold. Alright, let's go and fold our t-shirt. Alright, guys, so I have my t-shirt folder here, and I just lay my t-shirt out on it like that, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to pull the top part of the t-shirt down just a little bit because I like to get as much of the design on the front of the packaging as possible. So I pull the neck down just a little bit. All right. So now that we have that done and our t-shirt laid flat out, I'm going to take and fold one side, and then I'm going to take and fold the other side, and then I'm going to take and fold the bottom part up, just like that. And there we have our folded t-shirt. So I'm going to put this in the packaging, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right, guys, so now that I have my t-shirt folded, I'm going to take my t-shirt bag, and I like to have the side that I'm going to fold down to close. I like to have that on the back side. All right, so we're going to put our t-shirt in starting from the bottom. I'm going to start putting my t-shirt inside of the bag. And sometimes I think I had a bag open, but I don't. All right, so we're going to go ahead and slide our t-shirt into the bag. And once I get it in, I kind of play around with it just to make sure it looks nice and neat. Now, give me 1 second. All right. So once you get it inside the bag, and you can put cardboard, not cardboard, but cardstock. You can put a sheet of cardstock in there to help to hold it in place. But I'm not going to put anything in here. So this is what it's looking like so far. And I just flip it over and tear off the little piece of part that covers the sticky piece. I peel that off, and then I just fold my shirt down like that. And that keeps it inside the shirt without it moving all around. It'll stay in place. All right, so I could have did a little bit better job, but let me see if I can get it without messing up here. All right, I think that's better. And then hold it over. All right, so there we have our t-shirt. If we were going to sell it, it's already packaged nicely. They can see pretty much the design of what it looks like. But I love, love, love how this turned out. Those colors are really, really pretty on here. I thought the dark against the dark wasn't gonna look good, but it's almost as if I had like a glow on here. But I absolutely love it. All right, so that is it, and that is all, guys. I will link put some links in the description of this video tutorial. I did find some information on how to store your DTF transfers. So they do say don't roll them up or anything to lay them flat. So I'm going to put all that good information in there so you'll know how to store them, but you can store them from 3 to 12 months if they're stored properly. Okay. So I just want to put that out there, and I will put the link to where I found the information on how to properly store your DTF transfers. All right. All right, guys, that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.